Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Rogue Lords. It kind of reminds me of Radis Lord of the Dead. You play as a bunch of, I'm gonna say, pop culture horror? Gothic horror villains. So Dracula, and the like. And I think you're specifically playing as the devil, and you're controlling these characters, and you're running around doing terrible things to people. It seems really interesting. It's got a lovely visual style, and honestly, I will always try every roguelike once, most of the time.
Many moons ago, mortals rose up against me and chased me down. They were led by demon hunters, wretched beings incapable of seeing the beauty of a corrupted world. My creatures and demons gave everything they had in the fight. But it was not enough. I was forced to leave the world of the living. Weakened, I returned to hell to survive. For years, I consumed fresh souls to regain my power, but their numbers are fast diminishing. I cannot wait anymore. I must reclaim my rightful place. It is time to gather my forces once more. Those who signed a pact with me will do as I order. They will spread terror and corruption in my name. The time has come for my revenge. Many years ago, I was banished from the terrestrial plane by Van Helsing and his demon hunters. Since then, I have reigned over hell while awaiting the hour of my return. But things are changing. The souls of the deceased no longer descend into hell. Have humans become more virtuous? Or is there a new force conspiring to usurp my power? I recall into service my disciples, powerful beings who once made a pact with me. They can move freely in this region called the New World, where I was undone by Van Helsing. They will find him and exact my revenge upon him.
So we got the Headless Horseman Dracula, and the last one is Bloody Mary. Fair enough. Ian. I like that voice actor. Might be hit and miss for some people, but I've got bone conductive headphones, and so when he talks, it is shivers. Anyway, you control a group of disciples and choose one to represent the group. You navigate from zone to zone by choosing your route on the map. You have to complete the main activity in a zone before you can move on to the next. Move close to the main activity to launch it. But can I do other things? This is interesting. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, book chapter, Crowfield.
Through the renewed link with my disciples, I become aware of the situation in the New World. The demon hunters have increased their hold on the population. They are everywhere, on the roads, in the villages, patrolling and imposing a summary justice. On the other hand, no one has heard of the 6 artifacts stolen from me by Van Helsing during our last confrontation. If he is using them, he does not boast of it. My attention is drawn towards a new religion. The Sanctua Lumen, as it is called, is increasing its hold on humans. My disciples decide to go to one of its sanctuaries in order to learn more.
I really like the full voice acting. Like, the artistry on this is solid. Tragically, the tutorial is boring, and the boss, Van Helsing, has 9,999 HP, so we're just gonna skip ahead to
Van Helsing. Finally, we meet again. Prepare to suffer an eternity of torment, mortal.
Why even bother? I guess I'll try and kill the friends, but it's just like, whenever you run into a situation like this where it's just like, oh yeah.
Who should I kill?
Let's see. I might as well just dodge. Hit the duelist. But yeah, running into a character with 9,999 HP, it's just like, what is the point of this? Like, actually, what is the point of anything? I'm just gonna end turn. Like, there's no point in me doing stuff. If he's got 9,000... If he's gonna do this much damage, why even put up a fight?
Disciples, do you want to feel my wrath?
My disciples are defeated. Van Helsing brushed them aside with the swipe of a hand. What a humiliation. The growing influence of the Sanctuary Lumen has sapped my strength. I order my disciples to retreat towards a location from where we shall launch a different kind of attack. A formidable weapon for my disciples.
Okay, so we now have a skill, no relic, it's fine. I don't know. I don't like it whenever that's, I don't like the whole lose the battle, or win the battle, lose the cutscene. There we go. At least we're out of the tutorial, so now everything is actually, like, I'm not going to say balanced, necessarily.
The claw of Geryon, cut from the creature of the same name, drives out all inspiration from anyone who enters into contact with it. It is thus an object that humans consider to be cursed, and they do not keep it for long. Finding it will not be easy. My informers on Earth heard talk of a poet lacking inspiration who had received a visit from the Sanctuary Lumen. My disciples will begin there.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of super hand-holdy tutorials, especially when the game is usually pretty self-explanatory. This one is. Alright, Abandoned Shack. Main activity, completing the chapter. Cool.
My disciples go to the home of a poet suffering from creative impotence. Apparently, this insignificant individual had received a visit from the Sanctuary Lumen, an occurrence that immediately aroused our interest. Hoping to find here the point of departure in their quest for the Claw of Geryon, they enter the rundown hut and find a young man ferociously tearing up pages covered in crossings out. He unquestionably bears the mark of Geryon. He tells us how men of the Sanctuary Lumen suddenly burst in, took the claw, and immediately left for the town of Perret. That is where my disciples will go. Soon the humans will all bow down before me.
Okay, the following effects will affect the zone situated in one night. Upon arrival in the zone, Devil receives 10 essence and max essence, double the amount of skills to be won, double the amount of souls to be won. Okay, so I'm going to check the map real quick. What is this? Random. Okay. I like the sacrificial. Yeah, let's just go up one of these. Let's just find out what happens. Let's stick left so there's no ambiguity on my end. There we go.
Fields as far as the eye can see.
Oh, I see. I should have gone for the middle one. You know, the extra essence has some uses. Alright, so 2 enemy waves for a skill. I'm gonna go for the terror effect. It seems like scaling that up early has a lot of uses.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems your time has come.
What game are we playing?
Who should I kill?
Okay, and it looks like we've lost everything, but that shouldn't surprise. Reduces damage suffered by 8. You know, I'm gonna do Cursed Mirror.
Mirror, mirror. Who shall die tonight?
Twist of Fate. Let's just take his damage down by a lot. And then make him bleed? Make him bleed. Alright.
Leave me alone!
Speaking of bleeding, we're all bleeding today. Okay, could steal some HP. Probably better that I just hit the guy. We will take bleeding damage as well, but it's okay.
Humans are
And there he
such
goes.
frail
Perfect.
creatures. The nightmare is only beginning.
Okay. Oh, I see. So each of these lines up. So, discover a trait for one of your disciples, essence. So we want to stick to the left. So that's how the terror effects work. I makes sense.
It's not my head, but it'll do.
It's not amazing, but I'll take it. Terror effect in 2 nights. Or a skill. Or souls. They're all kind of good. I'm going to keep pushing the terror effects. They seem interesting. I should probably go for the skills so I can upgrade them and do more damage.
You called me 3 times.
Okay.
Hunger!
Let's do Provocation. That way we don't have to worry about too much damage. Make her bleed. Oh, that costs too much.
I'm parched.
There we go. Not a whole lot of damage. Yeah, this is why we want to upgrade some things. That's fine. Yeah, that's the stuff.
I'll do likewise.
Fracture. Fracture increases... HP damage. Makes sense. Okay. So let's go for the double stab. Because that just kills her. Ooh. I should probably reduce that down.
I'm listening, Master.
You know what? Recharge skills in devil mode.
I
Yeah.
shall reforge the world in my image. The dice were loaded from the start.
Do that.
Hunger!
Pop Provocation. Okay. That way she doesn't do too much damage. And I have nothing else. That's fine. At least that doesn't do like a gazillion damage.
Who should I kill?
Seems I got carried away.
Get some HP back. I think between these characters we'll be fine. Do you have anything else that is... Oh, I could. Perfect. Miscounted how much AP I have. For the better. Yeah, we definitely want to pick up some more traits so my characters are less beefy. Lead is stronger, but leave behind 2 relics, or... Yeah... This scares me. Let's see, it doesn't look like we have any bonus events in any of these, at least not yet. I could go for the combat, or no, let's go for the event. When they see your disciples, the peasants run off to sound the alarm to nearby villages. They'll be waiting for you.
Their time is counted.
Oh, but that's there. I can just skip that.
Dead
Great
trees
Elder.
attract all sorts of misfortune.
Okay, so Temptation and Scare. 3 and 5. 6 and 2, 6 and 2. Let's go for Ruffian. Maybe? Let's see stealth. No, isn't really that helpful. Yeah, let's go for Ruffian. It said the blacksmith and the great elder makes weapons for demon hunters. It's time to pay him a visit. The blacksmith is hard at work in the forge and hasn't noticed the headless horseman's presence. Okay. Honestly,
this situation.
I hate failure, even if it's a 20% chance, or like an 80% chance of success, and it's cheap to buff up. So the headless horseman uses the perpetual fire of the forge to torture the blacksmith. The blacksmith renounces all dignity and reveals everything he knows about demon hunters. His screams echo through the town. Satisfied with his work, your disciple abandons his body in plain sight. Wait. Oh, the blacksmith's body in plain sight. It should make the humans think twice about allying with your enemies.
Is only beginning.
Oh, and we have another terror. It's way further down, but we got it. Okay, so he gets Ruffian. Your hold over the world of mortals is growing. You have moved up a notch.
Such a powerful relic was hidden in this rat hole.
Okay, Holders recharge skill can no longer recharge their skills, but gain 2 skills recharge at the beginning of every turn. Or every time the 3 disciples play in a turn, Warhorn, 100%. It gives me a scale, so I just have to make sure that they all do something every single round, if I can, to some degree.
I hear the murmurs of the trees. They're fed
Okay.
up with humans. Let us answer their prayers.
Wait, hold up. Do I have a pair of these? I'm going to start with the Pyrostone one. I'm not actually sure which one is better. Or they might both be boosted. This could go very badly for me.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems your time has come.
But if I can pull this off, I'm going to be loaded. Looks like they are making me sad. Okay, so they're both. So I could do Cursed Mirror.
I'm parched.
What game are we playing?
I'm a little worried about this one, just cause. I could reduce it down so it's very little. Yeah, let's do it.
Who shall die tonight?
Okay. Very little now. Oh, it's unavailable. Oh. Because I got it. I have to be low to be able to use it. Otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, did that kill it? Yes. Okay, so this thing, I believe, is provoked. It's fine. We're now in a better spot. Unavailable. Oh, cost 5 bitterness. Yes, I'm aware of that. I see. And that is depleted. So, on guard self.
I'm listening, master.
What game are we playing?
And how much? Yeah, we still got plenty, I think, because he can still use. Cool. So let's just do stabbing. Okay, so that's a bit rough. This guy gets stronger every time I hit him.
You don't hold anything back. I'll do likewise.
Okay, and we've still got provocation. Bit rough.
I'm parched.
Okay, so he's got devouring charge.
A short respite is in order.
I might as well. Pop Bloodlust. And I have no choice but to hit this guy. But that scales my damage. He's scaling, I'm scaling. The only problem is he's got a lot of HP and I do not. And we need to kill this person before they sat us to death.
I'm parched.
Okay. Recharge everybody.
Who should I kill?
Okay. We have Slash.
What game are we playing?
And she's got stabbing. I could also just...
I shall reforge the world in my image.
What if I just killed this sucker? 8. Here's the real answer.
Irresistible.
It's gonna cost me a lot. I'm just gonna kill this guy. Instead of putting myself in a bad spot.
I I shall reforge
what?
the world in my image. My power is absolute.
We're just gonna kill him. So here's the reason why I wanted to do that. We're gonna lose just about as much from her hitting Bloody Mary. Should have done that right from the get-go, but it's fine. Okay, so that means I think I get some extra.
Make our conquest more bloody.
Ooh, pocket mirror.
Perfect.
When combat begins, places a mirror on a random enemy. I like that.
A fragment of power for my disciples.
Every time you earn a terror effect, you also receive 20 souls. Let's grab that. And I believe we still have yet another elite fight. We're gonna want to hit one of these to recharge at some point. But at least I think I'm doing better. Either that or we just lose. Is what it is, Bounty Hunter.
But it seems your time has come.
So she's mirrored up. Here's the question. If I just kill the Bounty Hunter, gonna cost me more than I've got. What about the Diva? Diva's cheap.
Limited to my power is my imagination.
So I'm gonna kill the Diva. Okay. Stabbing, stabbing.
Who should I kill?
And then let's do a slash.
Don't have a chance.
Okay. Oh, locked. One of these characters has kind of a status effect that locks my abilities. It's probably the Bounty Hunters. Okay. And Shell protected her from getting bled, which is unfortunate. Alright. Let's do on guard. And that is locked, but that is fine. Let's see, could do a Fury Fang. Could do a number of things. I'm just going to do Twist of Fate. And then I'm just going to do a Rallying Cry, which should get, yeah, gets me everything. Perfect. They got weaker. Also, it looks like that mirror placement might actually just be permanent. Interesting question. Let's see.
I'm parched.
Now, this is probably not going to kill her. No, it did. Beautiful. Okay, then we make this man bleed. Now I still have 1 AP. There we go. I'm going to keep scaling my damage. I scale better than him. He makes me sad. However, oh boy, the bleed really messed him up there. Okay, get him with the stabbing. That's just self. Let's do a bonus. He has recharge all skills. So I'm going to do on guard, which doesn't really help me too much.
I'm parched.
Question.
I don't like this situation. Let's change it. The dice were loaded from the start.
Can I not use it? Oh, I can't. Never mind, that didn't work. That's a tragedy.
I'm listening, Master.
Okay. He's not doing too much to me yet. I'm just gonna have him be introspective, because what the heck? It does sword swallowing. Huh. It's not what I was expecting. Okay. And do I just do sharpening? No. I'm gonna do bleeding heart. And then I'm going to make him bleed. Okay, so I've scaled decently. Dracula's
Let me return the kindness.
sad, but it's fine.
Who should I kill?
Okay.
What game are we playing?
I'm listening, Master.
So I don't think I'm going to be able to scale here. He's hitting for 14. I could do the provocation. I can't do too much else. Oh, I see.
Mirror, mirror, who shall die tonight?
Gonna apply that. I don't think there's much I can do here. Okay. So unfortunately now we are introspective. However, we have some options. He's doing a buff. And we are sad. Let's just hit him.
Those who do not submit
Oh, there it goes.
must die.
I really like this scaling damage system. I think it's incredibly good. Okay. And we get 2 more relics.
These relics are potent enough to contain my power.
Beginning of each combat, 2 AP only for the first turn. Holder gains 8 max HP at the beginning of each chapter. Or +5 for healing they provide. I'm gonna just go with the bookmark.
A fragment of power for my disciples.
Ah. Second discovery of wicked skills is generated every time you fuse 3 ordinary skills together. Let's go with that because we have nothing but ordinary skills. And we want to go for this. I should probably also...
and plunge this land into chaos.
I should probably also get some more souls and some other things. Oh. No, it is just the Grim Reaper.
The conductor of souls finally deigns to show himself. Don't make him
Check
wait.
the map. So I don't know when he's going to show up again. He might... He probably will, but I don't know. That actually would have been really good. That would have been good. Many of these would have been good. Go for the bleeding. Go for the bleeding heart. Let's go for the bleeding. Because that bleed is really solid. Bleeding heart is less good. Okay. And then... Birdame. Birdame!
My disciples enter Pere. They approach the main square, from where they can hear loud voices. Residents are shouting a name, hope etched on their faces. Caleb, Caleb. The Sanctua Lumen is there, and among them a man holding the claw of Geryon in his bare hand. He raises the claw, and the townsfolk go silent. With a sweeping movement, he brings the artifact down upon his arm. No blood flows from the deep gash. A respectful murmur is heard. The wound closes. He speaks. Serve the Sanctua Lumen, and you will be rewarded. I immediately understand the true nature of this Caleb. He is an imitation human. I revealed to my disciples the existence of a puppeteer specialized in automaton who once made a pact with me. They will find him in the town of Capellion.
New playable character.
Fear my rage.
Okay, 60 souls, 30% chance of passing the test, or double the amount of skills to be won. Alright, we're going to the right. We need skills bad.
Scream as loud.
Okay, so we go here, sacrificial altar. Hello. Oh. Optional activity, all stealth. Who is our best stealth? She is. A malign fountain with waters as red as blood stands at the side of the road. Sanctua Lumen priestesses encircle it, engrossed in a purification ritual. You have to act fast if you want to stop them from lifting the curse. The priestesses are absorbed in their ritual. Bloody Mary could try and stab them in the back.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, why not? To defeat the Huns? Easy. Quick and effective, Bloody Mary slides up behind the priestesses and slays them in silence. The mortals are dead long before they realize what's happening. The Master was right to choose you for this mission. Once you've gotten rid of the priestesses, you turn your attention to the malevolent fountain. You've stopped the ritual in time, and even better, the blood of your enemies will strengthen the curse. With time, the fountain's evil will overflow and contaminate the entire region. Villages and farms will be engulfed in misery, but Bloody Mary can still drink from it to gain strength. Gain strength. When Bloody Mary touches her lips to the water, a wave of power flows into her. Unfortunately, the fountain dries up only after a few swallows. What a shame. A few more mouthfuls and your disciple would have had the strength of a demon. Okay. Sacrificial stone. Which I believe lets me get rid of a skill for more skills. At your disciple's approach, a pile of rocks seems to come alive. A set of glyphs written in blood form a symbol that your servants recognize easily. That of a sacrificial altar. Okay, so you can sacrifice one of your disciple skills in exchange for the right to unlock one of their 2 lock slots. You will then discover a skill with the same rarity as the one sacrificed by your disciple. Choose well, because you can never again find a duplicate of a skill that's been sacrificed. Oh,
Sacrifice
okay.
to dominate.
So I have to get rid of a skill that I do not use. Honestly, I'm actually going to get rid of this one, just because I can't use it that often.
Take everything you can.
And then let's grab this. Because that fuses it down. Now, obviously, this is a bit of an issue because now I'm down to, like, no skills. But I should get 2
Choose
more.
quickly.
Yes.
Evil will not spread by itself.
So, steal a maneuver. Or on guard. We already have on guard, it's just not a great one. Let's go for this.
Simple mortal trinkets. You'd better find a use for them.
Let's go with this. Yeah, let's go with that. Perfect. Alright, and we want to head this way. Hey, and there's a fountain for me to recharge after this. Perfect. When they see your disciples... Oh, right. Same thing.
No one stands against the Prince of Hell.
Okay. I lose 10 max essence. That's honestly fine. Oh, wait, no.
What a charming valley.
Okay. I get 60 souls, which is nice. Now, here's a question.
Let's get down to business.
Can I warp to this one? It would cost me 6, but it would skip a lot of problems. Let's do it.
Is absolute.
Okay, and we've got a haunted mansion. Let's see, Terror Effect and 2 nights. Or 4 skills. We gotta go for the 4 skills. We need them desperately. I'm gonna have to fight 2 groups, but it's fine.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems your time has come.
Hopefully the 2 combats are almost kind of bad. Ooh, maybe not. Being back-to-back could be a bit dicey. And in retrospect, it's fine. We'll do Provocation, that way he takes, like, no damage.
Master.
And then I'm gonna do a Bloodlust. There we go. That preps me for some big hits. Does nothing. So far, so good. Okay, and so she's still mirrored up, which is kind of great. Okay. Let's just do opening. Because that just kills her outright.
I'm listening.
And then we go to
Master.
Dracula. Because, yeah, we still have that sharpening. We scale harder. We're very strong.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Master.
Let's see. So he's got Feint. Go with Feint.
What game are we
Go with Mirror Blade, since we're scaling nicely out of control. And then I could... Yeah, let's go with it. Did it kill her? No. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so she locks some skills, but is fine. So let's have Dracula do that. He can still faint. Perfect. Now, does the next enemy group just show up? Yes. Okay. Oh, and we get all of our skills back, but we still have all of our power. I don't know what that guy's doing. And that guy's a little worried. Oh, but I have to hit the Overseer.
The blade is sharpened to perfection.
Mirror Blade. It's fine. I will just kill him. Yeah, this whole 2 combat thing actually worked very much in my favor. Sure, my HP was down a bit, but that's not a problem because my damage was up. And I am terrifying. I actually really dig this. This is probably one of the more immediately promising roguelikes I've played in a while. I saw some kind of, I saw a number of people having kind of mixed impressions on the Steam reviews, but as far as like its core premise goes and gameplay, it reminds me of...
I am pleased with these offerings. Take
Okay,
them.
she doesn't we want Mirror Blade.
Simple mortal trinkets. You'd better find a use for them.
Oh. Yes?
With that,
That's
the
a nice
humans
AoE.
will finally...
Bleeding Heart.
Choose quickly. Evil will not spread by itself.
Ooh. So Mastery. Cost 5 bitterness to launch. Nope, that's the wrong one. This Horseman does have a space. So I could... go for that for extra damage. Or I could go for another on guard. Let's go for a second on guard. I was hoping for more skills from that. It's fine. Okay, let's warp over. Oh, there was a mid-boss that I could have fought. You know what? I need this. We were just absolutely drained.
The waters of the Styx offer in.
Boy, that was not enough essence in retrospect. That's fine. Up we goesies. Oh, this
That
keeps
putrid
going.
smell.
Ooh.
That deathly silence.
Okay.
I
Spiritual
feel right at
damage.
home.
So we're looking for Temptation and Scare. She's got good on Scare. Yeah, let's go with this then. Your disciples follow the sound of someone's cries for help and encounter a farmer blocking the road with his cart. He's encircled by furious Sanctual Lumen Inquisitors. You're transporting alcohol, farmer. You know that that's contrary to the Code of Light. You deserve to be taken to the closest sanctuary. But we can forget about that if you hand over your cargo. Farmer begs them to spare him, but the Inquisitors insist. It seems the altercation will drag on forever. You might be able to make something of it. The Inquisitors are so intent on breaking their vows by drinking the farmer's alcohol, Bloody Mary will be ecstatic to help them out. Very easy. Sure. Bloody Mary slips in quietly behind the Inquisitors so that only the farmer can see her. This macabre apparition literally paralyzes the mortal with terror. The Inquisitors mock him, convinced they're the only cause for his distress, and take what they want from the cart. They empty one bottle, then continue on their way, drunk to torment the next village.
Scream was loud.
So easy to surprise humans. Shut up. Your only merit... I don't remember what his voice was. Your only merit is having followed the Master's orders. Oh, idiot. Damn it. I can get rid of those, but I don't know how much I care. Okay, and we got another one. Ooh. Talented. This is occultism, which is a bit of a doozy. However, increasing his base damage is nice. We could also increase her base health, which is also nice. I don't know, let's go for the Dracula one. It just seems genuinely better. Your disciples enter a village where a huge pyre has been built. In its center is a woman tied to a stake, struggling to free herself. No one's watching. If she's a witch, you should probably save her. She'll be more used to you alive than dead. Dracula offers to check if she's really a witch or merely a falsely accused innocent soul. Sure.
If you want something done right,
I'm gonna
do it
boost it.
yourself.
Ooh, that's expensive. Whatever. Dracula feels a noxious aura, typical of black magic practitioners, emanating from the accused woman. She's definitely a real witch. Okay, well, free her. Probably should have just freed her anyway, instead of, well, whatever. When Dracula finishes untying the witch, she gives him a meaningful look and slips an old spellbook into his belongings. Then she puts a curse on the village that almost burned her at the stake and then disappears into the night.
The humans will finally submit to my yoke.
Okay, so if we go back to Dracula, so all of these, ooh, Burn's kind of interesting, but I'm actually going to go for Bleeding Heart because it's cheap, and because if I can get one more, I could potentially boost it. Maybe, we'll see. Okay.
What a charming
Oh my gosh,
valley.
how long is this? Holy shit, this is not a
disciples
short
will have to
roguelike.
fix that.
I was really expecting that, you know, maybe the run would be like an hour or something like that, but no, it keeps going, which I guess kind of makes sense. It lets your characters scale up, but at the same time, that means that you are here for a while. It definitely reminds me of some of the longer runs of Slay the Spire, for better and worse, here and there. I think so much of the problem really boiled down to the fact that the tutorial was a little long, and yeah, I don't know. At least as far as like this video goes, because I think I've only been on this run for like 26 minutes in retrospect. It's just felt longer because the tutorial took forever. I might honestly just cut that bit out or something like that. Do I want to do that? Does that let me? Yeah, I'll probably cut out an amount of the tutorial. I'm now debating over something that, for those of you watching this video, is kind of moot point. Okay. So each time a combatant receives healing, all enemies receive +1 damage to this same element. So I pretty much can't heal. That's fine, I think. It looks like they're also going pretty hard on trying to spook me. Well, I'm just going to do a Twist of Fate on her. And then I'm going to provoke. So he takes, like, nothing. And then I can do whatever the heck I want. Let's do a Bloodlust. Perfect. Gives me a nice boost. So we have 2 mediums and an Admiral. Has been silenced, so that's fine. Okay. So they're doing
Game are we
buffs.
playing?
Right, and I have some extra mirror blades.
Dirt tasty. Oh, you're going to love it.
Killer.
Who should I kill?
Now what are we looking at? 12 damage to Bloody Mary. Bit rude.
On guard.
I say we just do another On Guard. Because he can effectively just tank all the hits. No, never mind. Oh, because he's silenced, it didn't do anything. That hurts. But you know what? In retrospect, it's fine. Oh shit, that's expensive.
Who should I
I
kill?
didn't realize that was that pricey.
In the fight?
I'm listening, master.
Okay, well luckily, every single one of his maneuvers is dirt cheap, so I can just do whatever I want. And the Admiral is healing
Game are we
herself.
playing?
Which means, I don't know, we'll just hit her with that. I'm gonna keep scaling up. She can do whatever she wants, kind of. Oh, she did get stronger, though. Okay, that's a problem.
Mirror, mirror.
I'm gonna do a Cursed Mirror. And reduce damage a bit. And then I'm gonna make her bleed.
Don't have a chance.
And then he unfortunately doesn't have anything.
I don't want to go go back underground.
Yeah, I gotta worry about Bloody Mary a little bit.
I don't
Unless-
like this situation. Let's check.
Perfect. That's all I need to do. Okay, so I've got a feint.
I'm parched.
What
I've got the
game are
good
we
damage.
playing?
Yeah, we're good. And yeah, as long as I keep her above vulnerable, then we don't have to worry about it too much.
Who should I kill?
Okay.
I'm parched.
So Dracula's got to do a rallying cry.
I feed in the darkness.
We're going to do an on guard.
On guard.
Perfect. Nothing to worry about. And then I'll just reduce the damage because I don't have anything else I can do anyway. Oh, is the mirror just permanently there now? I didn't realize the mirror was just going to sit there. What if I can actually stack more of those?
Game are we playing?
I gotta test it. No. So it looks like we only get one. That's honestly fine.
Power for my omnipotent.
There we go. Easy peasy.
These relics will only make our conquest more bloody. Perfect.
Holder gains +1 in all of their social characteristics every time they pass a social test. You get 5 Devil Essence. Only problem is I don't see a whole lot, but that's still pretty good. Kind of better than the other ones, and
Really?
nice way to get some extra
Me.
essence as we go along. You see a number of pyres along the road. It looks as if those who practice witchcraft were persecuted relentlessly.
Curse will pay for that.
Okay, so just don't do that one then. I should probably go shopping at some point. Okay, Springfield.
My disciples enter Capillion and find the puppeteer's shop. He knows how to make a mortal out of an imitation human. Give him a soul. To do this, he gives us a wooden puppet with a hollowed cavity. If my disciples remove a fragment from Caleb and place it in the cavity with a fragment removed from another human being, they will then be able to send the person's soul into Caleb's body, making him mortal. As for the perfect soul, the puppeteer suggests that we visit a sanctuary of the Sanctualumen, close to Junction. Intrigued, my disciples and I decide to follow his advice. Screams of terror. Such sweet music to my ears.
Okay, so souls, trait, or essence.
Souls rot.
Oh, we get some more souls. I was going to go to the right. We really do need more essence here. I don't even know how I'm going to handle any of this.
Isolated
Eee.
camp. We'll teach it.
So we get some diabolic essence. I'm going to go to the fountain first. Alright, now we've got the essence generation that I was kind of looking for.
There's
Grab the
nothing
rest of
like
these.
the vile waters of the stick.
Perfect. I was dipping a little bit. Those initial elites were kind of rough. Let's go for her, because it's occultism or scare, which she's very good at. She's very good at a lot of these social stat things. The executioner in this town has a reputation for killing the condemned softly, offering them a dignified death far from the public eye. Hell won't find its lost splendor like that. Your disciples are going to teach him the value of cruelty and the pleasures of torture. Bloody Mary is ready to kill the kind-hearted executioner or make him face a fate worse than death. Teach him to be cruel. Easy.
I feel my strength.
What better way to teach him about cruelty than using him as an example? Bloody Mary demonstrates her whole range of expertise in terms of torture, leaving it branded on the executioner's memory. Broken by pain, the executioner swears revenge, but your disciple is in no danger. The mortal will vent his rage on his future victims, exercising all cruelty he has suffered on the condemned.
Scream as
Well, that was fun. Shall we do it again? If you had to stoop to using magic in order to win, I wouldn't call it a victory. Well, it's fine. He just keeps losing social stats, but that's hardly an issue for me. Alright, let's go do another elite. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, elite combat. Let's keep going. Because I'm enjoying this, and I want to finish the run. I don't know if I'm going to do subsequent runs, but I want to finish this one. I think this suffers from the same issue that Eratus, Lord of the Dead does. Ooh. 2 elites. Good to know. Okay, so what are they doing? Looks like they're mostly just wailing on him, which is not the greatest. On guard. Okay, so he's only going to take a little. Oh. Medium didn't take any damage. Shoot. I guess I'll just blood. Oh no, I can't bloodlust. Okay. This is gonna be hard. I might be in trouble here. Okay, we're now silenced. That's not a good feeling.
Who should I kill?
I could do a burst of anger.
Cut your head off.
Let's do that. Then hit this guy.
What game are we playing?
And then I'm gonna Twist of Fate the Tortured Soul. Oh, he gets stronger and stronger.
You want something done right, do it yourself.
I might have to do that. I should have done that right from the get-go. Because the Tortured Soul hurts. Whereas these guys are at least emotional damage. Mostly.
What game are we playing?
Okay, so we're just gonna kill him. Oh, we're still silenced. Okay. So he already did an action. So in that case... just got the mirror and the shell. I'm just gonna hit him. Do we? Yeah. There we go. We get the damage. I think we're good. And I have to be a little worried
Want something done right, do it yourself.
about Dracula.
Limit to
There
my
we go.
power.
That'll do.
My imagination.
Okay. Now we are no longer silenced. So I'm going to do an on guard.
I'm listening.
Get our powers back. And then we're just going to reduce her damage down tremendously. It still makes him vulnerable. Uh-oh.
I must fall back.
Uh-oh.
Who should I kill?
What game are we playing?
Okay. Well, let's kill her.
Broken?
Now we have to worry about is this guy.
Let's get down to
Okay.
business.
Bump Dracula up by
The
1.
limit to my power is my imagination.
Okay. Do not want to do anything with the Headless Horseman. How much
I'm listening, master.
do we have? I think we're just going to hit him. And we're going to make him bleed. Perfect. That'll mess him up pretty bad. He's going to do 2. Which just makes Dracula vulnerable. But I can work with vulnerable. Boy, I'm feeling bad about all of this. But we're good. We got it.
Now on you build.
It's costly. I'm very glad I recharged all of that extra devil essence. Otherwise, I'd be in a bad spot.
Fragment of power for my disciples.
Extra max AP. The disciples can only recharge during even-numbered turns. I'd have to pay attention to that, but that might not be a bad idea. Can I check the map? How many more fountains do we even have? Do we even want to do that one? Oh my god, it just keeps going. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to stop. I was gonna just kind of keep going, it'd be fine, and then the answer is no. It's not. I think I'm gonna go for the Styx Jetstone. Just because it means I don't have to do fountains anymore. So what was the... Oh, lose 50 souls. Yeah, I don't want to do that one. Okay, well, one way or another, this is actually a really neat game. Obviously, I put a little bit too much time into it, and so I'll have to cut it down in some way. I'll probably just cut out the tutorial. But as far as, like, Aratus-style tactical strategy roguelikes, this one ranks. I think some part of me almost wishes it wasn't a roguelike, though, because this is just a book whatever. You know, I don't even know how many books there are in the game. There's a very real possibility there's quite a number. And so there's kind of the question of just like, how many hours would it take to finish a run? And then how many hours, or how many runs are you going to have to do to finish? And you know, it gets harder and harder too. So it's like, and because it's a roguelike, every time you lose, you get kicked back to the beginning. One thing I run into with a lot of these very long roguelikes is if you lose hours. And that can work for a game like Into the Breach, but when there's very clearly kind of like a narrative with a proper ending and a final boss, then it's just like, it's not as fun. I think it's the kind of thing that would very much appeal to people that like those really long runs of Darkest Dungeon, especially into the, whatever, the Crimson Court, I think it was. Those runs I remember being tremendously long, and so that's kind of what this game feels like.
To leave your master to do all
stop
the
talking.
work.
But anyway, I know there's also maybe some meta progression. There was something about the disciples getting stronger between runs, so that might be useful. And yeah, there's what, 8 or 10 different disciples, which, like, there's a lot of variety here. There's a lot of stuff. It's just very big. It is in fact too big, I think, for me. But it's neat all the same, and it is available now. I've been playing a lot of demos lately, and I'm trying to roll that back a little bit. That's only 20 bucks, which, like, if you want a game with a lot of meat and maybe a little bit of bloat, Rogue Lords really does kind of rank on that list of interesting roguelikes that is very similar to a lot of other things, but has kind of its own potential here and there. I love the art style. The music is very on point, but kind of forgettable. Mostly I'm drawn to, once again, kind of how you micromanage your characters, how you build that, well, in various ways. So, you know, very clearly I've picked up a couple of relics that specifically, well, I mean, specifically the one that scales my damage as long as every one of my guys does an action on that round. And that really does open up to a lot of interesting strategies and gives me a nice scaling. Whereas, you know, normally in these games, you don't scale that much, and so it's a little bit tougher. And so I kind of like that. The biggest problem I've been running into is just the lack of my skills. But if I can upgrade them, then it's not a problem. But, with all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, hit subscribe, because I've got a ton of them to check out every single day. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.